Here's our grid for race 2 then. The grid positions are based on race 1 finishing positions. On the front row of the grid is Craig Kellett in the Ford Mustang for Team Craig. Next to him is Tom Foster in a Subaru WRX for K-Tech Racing. On row 2 we've got the two Renault Megans of Parker Racing, Sam Parker and Darren Parker. On row 3 we've got the VW of Sven Slebioda and the Renault Megane of Josh Hardy. On row 4 then, the second VW of Nico Clausen. Alongside him we've got the Hyundai Genesis of Rob Pellet. On row 5 we've got the other K-Tech Racing of Kieran Thomas. Next to him another Subaru WRX of Callum Baker, and on the back row of the grid we've got Craig Hodgson and we've got Dalby FM in the Lexus. Then for race 2, Craig Kellett and Tom Foster on the front row of the grid. Engines are revving. Tom's decided to stay on the softs and Craig has decided to go with the hards. Let's see how it goes. Tom's got a great start. Craig's got a decent start, but Tom is quite a way ahead as he goes into the first chicane. Everyone else has managed to get away okay. Let's have a little look with the two Renaults as they go in, and nice and careful further on down the pack. That's Kieran struggling. Oh, that's Rob being hit to... Oh, Rob and Kieran have a bit of a tangle with a few of the others. That's another shame for Kieran. He's struggling in the second race. So, Craig Kellett in the hard tyres. We'll see how he does with these, whether he's going to struggle and whether there's much of a difference. And already he's spinning out slightly, but he's kept it going. In third position we've got Josh Hardy. Fourth, fifth and sixth we've got the two Renaults and the other Mustang. Oh, that's Darren Parker. He spun out. He was pushed slightly wide by the Mustang. I think that was Oggy who pushed the two Megans out, and ultimately that has ruined Darren Parker's race, and he's got some work to do to try and make up from that. Oh, a bit of a tangle also with Rob Pellet then. Let's push Rob down to last position. Here we go then, on board with Darren Parker, and let's see what happens. Yeah, he's just slightly pushed out, 3 wide, just doesn't go in that corner unfortunately, and Darren spun round. So the two VWs and the Lexus here, Dalby FM, this is a good start for him. He's now into 5th position. Now if you compare it to how he was doing in the first race, he really struggled with that Lexus. So maybe that was a bit of a tester run. Hopefully he can do more from here. I don't think we can really expect anything much more, because we didn't see him testing earlier on with the practice sessions. And he goes slightly wide, and that's allowed Nico Clausen to go ahead of him in the VW. There's Craig then, in 4th position, not too bad on the hard tyres. I don't know if he expected to be further up or further down the grid, but 4th isn't too bad so far. Looking at Sam Parker and Josh Swift now. Josh up the front of the grid as we saw him on the first race, and let's see if he can keep it there without making too many mistakes. Maybe he needed to get himself together, get his head in the right place and get some good points. Sam Parker still ahead of Josh now, with Craig not too far behind. 5th is Nico, 6th is Craig Oggy. That's a better position for him. Struggling down the bottom of the back of the grid, sorry. Oh, as I say that, Craig's gone off onto the gravel. That's disappointing. And also Callum's off in the background as well. So Kieran Thomas has got a chance now to see if he can get past Craig, take advantage of that mistake he made. Let's go on board with Kieran, see how he seems to be struggling with his Subaru at the moment. The problem with Kieran is that he was showing to be quick and up there with the rest of them in testing, but as you can see he seems to be really having to fight the Subaru. So as we see Craig coming round the corner for the second time. Let's look further up the grid, and we've still got Josh and Sam in the two Renaults. Don't forget, as much as they're both in a Renault, they are not in the same team, so they are against each other. Now Josh is doing well to hold his second position. This is good from Josh. We know that the Renaults are strong, and we know that they're fast, so if he can hold this, it'll help him in the independents and in the overall standings. Here's Tom then on the softs. I think it's a good decision that he's decided to stay on them, way ahead of the pack, but he can't be complacent. He just needs to keep it clean, keep it tidy, stay out of the gravel, and hope that we get another great points haul. That second position was a good start to his campaign. Going quicker, as you can see, done a 1:47 last lap. Let's see if he can go any quicker on this lap. So Josh is still second, Sam is still third, Craig is still fourth, and we've got Nico in fifth. Seems to have calmed down compared to the last race. This is now Darren Parker making a move on Nico. He's gone on the outside, and he's got him. A great pass on the outside there on the last bend. As we go down the straight now, Darren keeps that fifth position, and Nico stays in sixth, which isn't too bad. There's a bit of a distance between them two, with Craig and the other VW of Sven Slebioda, who's got Kieran on his rear end now, putting the pressure on him. Let's have a little look on the onboard of Kieran as he goes on the inside. Is he going to take Sven? No. A little bit conservative. And you can see how he's struggling to get the speed out of that chicane there. Here's Dalby. A good start. He got further up the field, but unfortunately something must have happened, and he's back down the back markers, which is a shame really. And Callum also struggling at the back here with the Subaru. Disappointing to see Rob down here as well. I think he might be on the hard tyres, so getting it out of the way and to see if he can get some points later on. Don't forget, it's a reverse grid on the third race, so if it finishes as it does, this means Rob will be on pole, so not the worst result if he does finish at the back. All points count. Currently only 12 races in this, as a couple unfortunately couldn't make it to the first race, which means that even if you finished last in 12th, you get 4 points. So it's better to do that than to not race at all. Let's have a look further up the field then. Darren Parker is on the back of Craig Kellett now, and you can definitely see that Craig is struggling with the hard tyres. He's not falling completely, but he's unable to compete with some of them on the softs, and this has just shown that Darren now can make nice quick work of it. Although Craig is not really giving up on him, he's defended well, and Darren's actually not got past him. So maybe another attempt into one of the next corners. So going to the second chicane now. Darren stays behind, and he, in the rear mirror, he's got Nico behind him in the VW. Could Nico make an attack? Oh, Nico hits the wall. Nico and Sven are the only non-British entries into this series so far, other than Mike Kuipers, who unfortunately couldn't make it. Oh, that's a big off. Nico's lost it big time. That's a real shame. Well, have a little look at the replay of that to see what happened, but he just lost it big time into the gravel. Big shame. Let's take a look at the onboard here with Nico, and as he goes into the chicane, we didn't see that. That was cold racer Craig Kellett going into the wall there, and Nico was actually avoiding the car that was off the track. So this means now Craig Hodgson can make a move on Nico. See if he can get a better points haul for himself and for Team Craig, as he struggled in the first race. Oh, look at that, Nico weaving, probably trying to put off Craig, and Craig, he's just got him on the inside. A slight, what's going on the back there? There's Kieran, he's gone into the gravel. He's still struggling. Kieran's gone down to 10th now. And, well, frustration continues for Kieran in that Subaru. I wonder if he's going to look at his setup for race 3, potentially. More corner cutting from Dalby there. Stewards will be looking at it. So a bit of a race going on here for the two Craigs and the VW of the Team 5 promo. So an inter-team battle. This will be interesting, as this will count towards the team points. So we've got Oggy in 5th position ahead of Nico, with Craig Kellett. He's fallen behind a little bit now on this hard tyres, and he's got Sven Slevioda behind him in the other VW, so it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. A little bit of a push there by Nico, and he's got past Craig, he's got past Oggy, and now the two Craigs are going to be side by side as they go down the back straight into the start finish line for lap number 7. This is great to see the two teams racing against each other, representing their manufacturers in their own colours. At the back here we've got Oggy. He's been under pressure now by Sven, but he's not managed to take advantage of it. And again, Nico and Craig continue to fight ahead of them. That's a little bit deep in there, but they all come up quite safe. This is fantastic racing. It's very close between them. Let's watch from the VW of Sven. And he's struggling maybe to keep up with the guys ahead. Maybe just waiting to take advantage of a mistake, put them under pressure, but he's not getting too involved. And as we continue to watch him, there's Nico using that side-by-side action to try and put them off. As he goes into the last turn, and they're going to come across the line on the back straight to go on to lap number 8 of 12. This is fantastic stuff. Might be slowing them down slightly if they continue to race like this. Into the chicane as we watch them. It's still very clean, very good. Let's catch up with, we've got Darren Parker here on his own. He got the fastest lap on the previous race. If he continues with this, he can do some qualifying laps, he can get another fastest lap, and all those extra points help towards the overall standings. So Josh still in third. Looks like he was overtaken by Sam, but Josh, a better performance for this race, doing very well in third, representing those independents, and that will boost him up the table. Here's Tom then. As he goes into the final turn. And as you can see, there's Sam and Josh just in the background of his mirror, and if this continues, then Sam will catch Tom. He's got enough time, enough laps, and he's catching and catching and catching. Tom is currently doing 1:47. There's even a 1:48 there, and as you can see, the gap is a 1:40, 1:46, 1:47. So Sam is doing half a lap quicker, not half a lap, sorry, half a second roughly on average, and the distance between the two has just disappeared over the last few laps. We're on lap 9 of 12. Sam's got the best opportunity right now, if he continues with this pace, to catch Tom and take the win. But will it be enough? There's Josh, still doing well. Not got anyone pressurising him, so he's keeping it clean, keeping it on the track this time. There's Darren, fourth. The VWs are still having a right battle with those Mustangs. So we've got Nico currently leading them, and Sven's managed to make his way past the two Ford Mustangs now into 8th. But saying that, well, there's Slebby, he's just gone on the gravel, so that slowed him down. Here's Dalby. This isn't too bad for Dalby, 9th, better than last, and he's catching the VWs and those Mustangs, and if they continue to fight the way they do, he could get past them. Not like that though, definitely not like that. He's straight off into the gravel. Still getting used to those brakes potentially. Further down the field, we've got Rob Pellett just continuing to trundle on in his Hyundai. He's not going to fight for the win, but I think he's just going to take the points and see what he can do in race 3. I think he's got the hard tyres out of the way, which is a good decision. And Callum Baker, unfortunately, in the back. And then, of course, oh, where's Kieran? There's no Kieran. Kieran appears to have disappeared, and either that's a disconnection issue or it could be a retirement. And he was struggling with the car, and if it's a retirement, that means he's decided to give up and hold out for race 3. If that is the case, he'll be on the front row on pole position for race 3, which could be a tactic. It could be very interesting to see, and also Kieran should be on the softs as well for race 3. So is that a bit of a plan from Kieran? Potentially could be. As we continue to watch the K-Tech racing of Tom Foster in the lead, who is very quickly being caught by Sam Parker. Lap 10 of 12 now. Still plenty of laps to go for Sam to catch up. They are dwindling, but he's getting closer and closer. Tom's not making it easy for him, but he's just got to get in the slipstream, which I think he's nearing now. So you see Sam's done a 1:46.4. Oh, he's made a move and decides to not go for it, as he potentially thought that maybe he was going to take him out. but that's a statement and a half from Sam. He's showing his intentions for that first position. He's going for the win. 2 laps to go then, and Sam is pushing Tom, pressurising all the time. Tom up on 2 wheels as he goes over those curbs. Is he under pressure? Is he going to make a mistake? He's only got 2 laps, or 1.5 now really, to hold off and keep that win. 20 points for the win, 17 for second, so there's 3 points in it. Oh, Tom's on the gravel, but he's kept it going. And there's Sam now. Has he managed to gain some speed out of that? Pushing and pushing and pushing. This could go right down to the line. Oh, that's Sam in the gravel as well. That's going to slow him down a little bit. Further back, Josh is being caught by Darren now. These Renaults are performing very well in this second race. Josh still doing really well, but Darren could upset him by taking that second podium position. And if that is the case, it will be the first time a podium will have 2 of the same team. These Renaults or Team Parker Racing already showing a strong team with, if it stays this way, good results and a massive points haul. And if you compare to K-Tech Racing with the retirement of Kieran and the VW Team 5 Pro Mile and the 2 Craigs who are struggling with their tyres further down, this will boost Renault with Team Parker Racing all the way to the top of the team's table, which is just what you wanted in the first race, to show your intentions of the full season. Don't forget, it's only a half season and only 4 races, 4 events, 12 races in this, until we do the full season of 8 races. But it's still just as important for these guys to show what they can do and what their intentions are for next season too. So there's Sam, he's gone on the inside of Tom. Oh, he's still not quite made it. There's no contact though, it's all fair and square. So Sam's in the slipstream now. It's the final lap, they're coming to the final corner. It's going to be right down to the wire. Sam's got him on the inside. He's got him. But Tom's made a move. He's got him on the inside. But it's going to be really close. Is it going to be Sam? Is it going to be Tom? It's Sam. Sam gets the win. It's so close, but Sam's got it. After all the pressure he put on him, he's managed to get the win. So well done to Sam. Tom takes second. Josh kept the 3rd position, so it's a great podium for Josh. That's his first podium of the season so far. Darren gets a 4th, another strong result. And even after that, we've still got the VWs and the Mustangs. Oh, it's a little bit messy in the last corner. Nico looks like he's going to take 5th. Oh, Dalby spilling out. He spins out, yeah. That's a shame, massive shame for Dalby. We'll have a look at the replay of that in a second. Nico takes 5th, 6th is Sven, 7th is Craig, Oggy, and then Craig Kellett takes 8th. 9th is Dalby in the end after that spin, and then Rob is going to come away to take 10th and 11th. Let's watch on board with Dalby then as he approaches this last corner. What quite happened? I don't know if he just went too much speed into the corner. Oh, I'm not quite sure what happened there. We might get another view to see if there was a bit of contact. Here we go again then on an external camera from Dalby. Yeah, I don't think he did. I just think he just lost the back end and spun out. It looked like it could have been just a bit of a shove, but unfortunately not. That's a big shame for Dalby.